Let's first talk about winter hair care. So there's a few things that happen in the wintertime specifically that cause you to have to use more of your hair products. Wash your hair more often, use more intense treatments, which we talked about last week. Using, and what we're going to talk about tonight is your moisturizer game. Is it heavy enough for what happens? So we discussed the fact that what's going on is that cold air is actually drier. It doesn't have as much moisture in the air. And because the air needs more moisture, it wants more moisture, it takes it from surfaces. It takes it from your hair, your skin, your body. It takes it from everywhere. So the air it's pulling from you. That means you have to overcompensate. That means you got to moisturize more. And the way you can tell that, let's just take skin. Skin's the easiest way to see things. When I get ready to go to bed at night, I have to make sure that my skin is nice and hydrated. I'm a morning shower person. So I have to make sure my skin is nice and soft and moisturized. And sometimes in the wintertime, before I go to bed, I will take 2 showers a day because I want to rehydrate because I've dried out all day. You'll notice sometimes if you don't use enough lotion enough times in the day, or if your lotion doesn't have enough hydrating ingredients in it, not oil, but hydrating ingredients like prickly pear, panthenol helps you hold on to more hydration so you're not losing as much water. And whatever water you helps your skin actually, it increases your skin's ability to maintain hydration. Those ingredients do that for the hair and skin. You'll see those white lines in the what do you call these? The lines of your hand, whatever. You can't tell on your hair as fast as you can tell on your skin, but the exact same thing is happening. Your hair is like, hey, I need more hydration and I am having a harder time holding on to it. So you got to give me more moisture at the same time. So that's what your moisturizers are doing. They provide hydration, moisture, and moisture retention. So you've got different ones, and those different ones are going to, work for you at different levels. So let's talk a little bit about when to. I want to let me dive into. Let me go right. I think it makes more sense for me to go ahead and explain what I mean by that. So at Urban Bella, we have a few things. We have start on the light end: milks, lotions, creams, balms, and butters. Okay. Milk and lotion, I usually kind of mention them together. I do apologize, y'all. I don't have number 97 Sunflower Shea Hair Milk with me. But I do have Babassu Hair Lotion. I have it where I can show you the product, but I don't have the bottle. So it's going to usually come in stuff like this. Now, milks are even thinner than lotions, okay? These are going to have more water. They have plenty of oil. They have plenty of the ingredients that are going to help raise your hydration level. They are just not as heavy. And they're very nice in your more humid months, summer, fall. It's fall humid, not really. Summer and late summer is the most humid time of year. Your hair doesn't require as much from you. It does not need as much heavy oil. It still needs the water part. So you can get away with these lighter products like this. Then sometimes you need to level it up a little bit. You got to go up a higher level. You need to go heavier, more oil, more butter, a little less water. You still need the water, not quite as much. And you need the product to be thicker. You need it to be able to get onto the hair and have a little more staying power and not evaporate so quickly. All right. That is when we get into your moisturizing creams. And I have 3 tonight. And I should have brought a balm, but I didn't have the balm ready, so I couldn't bring it to you. So this is number 23, Hydrating Moisturizing Cream. And then Babassu Moisturizer. And then I also brought 5 Vitamin Moisturizing Cream. Okay? I'm sorry that label's really crazy, but this is my personal one. Now, last but not least, so balms are thicker. I'm going to say this. Milks, lotions, exactly what they sound like. Creams, exactly what it sounds like, but it moves into more of a milkshake consistency. And balms are very, very heavy. I'm going to even call balm maybe heavy cream. More sour cream consistency is a balm, okay? your hydrating moisturizing cream, your neat moisturizing cream, your Babasu moisturizer, 5 vitamin moisturizer. I didn't make a Kirkabita moisturizer, Baobab moisturizing cream. Those are all going to be more milkshakey consistency. Where I'd say balm, even with balm, I'd even say balm is probably more like cream cheese consistency. All right. So that should give you an idea of the varying degrees of thickness, density, heavy weight. And as the weather gets colder, based on your hair, you have to increase that weight so that it has more staying power and more sticking power. Now, I want to just do a little caveat. Well, when does hair milk and why are these thinner and do they really help? They help a lot. Whenever you're talking about products that ingredients that you really want to penetrate the hair shaft well, you will see me go a little thinner and go with something more like a milk or a lotion. Or if I have ingredients that are super hydrating, I will lean a lot of times to a milk or a lotion just because of the impact to your hair. If you can get that panthenol into your hair shaft, even 5 vitamin. I did a 5 vitamin moisturizing cream. I would love to do a 5 vitamin lotion because a 5 vitamin lotion is going to penetrate the hair shaft even better than a cream will. So lotions and milks have their purpose. They really do. But when we start talking about the challenges that come with the winter season, we need to level up and go more intense in the weight of the product. Okay. So I want you all to post any questions you have about that. My first concern is, does that make sense to you? Do you understand why winter does what it does to your hair? And do you understand why, when we get to winter, when to level up a little bit? Now, I'm going to say this. Let's say you don't want to do that. You don't want to shift your program. That's fine too. You can mix. You can mix and match. I know some people love Babasu hair lotion. This is really popular. I think Bamboo Rice Balm is kicking this one out of the top ranking, but Bamboo Rice Balm is getting very popular. I'm sticking with Bamboo Rice Balm. What it means is you're going to use more of it. It does. You may put it on Monday, and normally you could go a week without doing anything different. You may have to put some back on Wednesday. That's what I've been noticing. Now, obviously, managing cost, managing product use is really, really important. And if you like products like Bamboo Rice Balm and Babasu lotion, you should consider going up a level from a lotion to a cream with something like Babasu moisturizer. Okay? Still going to give you all the great benefits of Babasu. It's going to keep your hair looking polished because that's what everybody loves about Babasu. But you've got something that's going to last all week. If I would switch to Babasu moisturizer, I would not touch my hair again for a week. It would be fine. I probably would have to, I wouldn't touch it again for a week. Wouldn't have any problems at all. One thing I want to talk about too with cocktailing. So you can cocktail weight. You can say, you know what, that my go-to is this one, a lotion. I'm going to put a little bit of this on with it on wash day or the first day I moisturize. And it's still going to extend this out for you a little bit further, even if it's just a touch of this. Okay. So keep that in mind, that mixing them is very, very doable, and it helps you to maintain your moisture level a lot better. So I'm going to look for questions, and then I have, ta-da, my show and tell tray. I have all the moisturizers here that I want to show you. I want to show you the differences in consistency so you understand them a little bit better. So let's check out questions, and then I am going to explain when to apply your moisturizer. So I'm going to explain 2 parts to it: setting a schedule and how to check and see what your hair is doing. And what happens when you use moisturizer. In the video I'm going to show you all, it does not have, it doesn't show it there. You know what I did? I created a new video of me at night moisturizing my hair before I went to bed. And I was trying to see how I was going to use it. I'll clip them together. All right, let's see. All right. Champ says, what would you cocktail the balm with? Champ, I would cocktail it with Babasu moisturizer. I should have just grabbed my balm off my sink. I always have balm. I would cocktail it with this one. And the reason why is because the oil is the same. Now, this one doesn't have bamboo in it, But the bamboo rice does have babassu in it. So does this one. Okay. So I would put it with this one, the babassu moisturizer. Um, and you're gonna find, Champ, that okay. So Champ, case in point, you love bamboo rice and it's wonderful, but you're gonna find it goes a lot further in these real cold days if you put a little bit of babassu moisturizer on first, and just a touch. You don't need a whole lot. You can even put them in your hand together. I can tell you, I was moisturizing my hair one night, and so y'all know my husband Gerard. This is his product. He keeps this on his counter, and I have some too, but I never use mine. And so I pulled his out because it was right there, and I put that on one night. And I want to talk about cocktailing non-Babassu products with Babassu products. I love Babassu. It makes your hair look amazing. The reason why it makes your hair look amazing is because it reduces your hair shaft from swelling. When you wash your hair, especially Urbella's not open anymore, but when we were in the salon, we would always put butter on you, okay? The reason why, let me get some butter. So butter, so this is butter. No water in that at all. You put that onto someone's hair, it gives them a lot of shine. It actually it really does moisturize. It doesn't hydrate you, but what it does, it softens up that cast, softens up the hair strands and hair shaft, but it does not cause them to swell. Water causes swelling. So when you take something, let me get my number 23. Where is my 23? Here it is. So when you take something like number 23, oh, I'm about to drop this everywhere. All right, number 23, and you have that. This is water-based. Okay, that's got water, that's very creamy. The hair shaft starts to swell when you put that on. So the hair goes from looking super polished to starting to look a little more fuzzy. Now, it's not extreme and it's imperceptible to most people. Like, most people aren't going to notice something like that, but we know it's doing it. It's hydrating you. It's water. We like putting the butter with it because it reduces that hair swell, meaning styling that's not looking as perfectly polished. So when you are using Babassu products, we're reducing the hair swell. So it looks much more polished. It is moisturizing, but it does not moisturize your hair quite as much as our classic non-Babassu moisturizers. Let me tell you what that's going to be. Number 23, 5 vitamin for sure, hair milk. Those products are going to give you a more soft, more hydrated experience, where the Babassu products are going to moisturize you, but they're going to make your hair look better. You can put them together. I cannot tell you all how many times, especially in the winter, I put on these two together. I haven't done it in these last few years, and I find that steaming, I don't have to do it quite as much. Last few years, I'm sorry, not years, y'all, this year. But these two together, putting this one on first, and then this one gives me, let me turn that around for y'all the right way. This one, after this one, gives me hair that is very hydrated, very elastic, but looks amazing because I'm doing the maximum hydration and then more hydration and moisturizing that makes my hair look well controlled. So that's one of my favorite go-to cocktails in the winter season. And if summer gets extremely brutal and dry, that's when I go to. All right. Now what I will honestly tell you is I'm using the bamboo rice balm. And if I need this one, I'll slip it on. But it's rare. It's very rare that I have to use number 23. And that's just me knowing my hair. So I'm going to look at questions and I'm going to talk about how to know your hair and what it needs and paying real close attention to when it needs something. Like I can tell you my hair, which is about to be washed tomorrow, is it feels good, but I can tell that I'm not using a whole lot of this. I can tell it needs a little more with the wind blowing around the way it's blowing around today. That's another thing too. High windy days, you need more moisture. Whether it's summer, winter, spring, or fall, high winds absolutely zap moisture out of your hair and your skin, and you have to raise the bar on your moisture level. I would love to know what you all are cocktailing. What do you mix together? Are you mixing together a Babasu product and a non-Babasu product? Are you mixing a lotion with a balm, a lotion with a cream? I'd love to hear what you like. And if you're a hair milk user, I want to hear from the hair milk people. Anybody out there using hair milk, and how do you use it? So I'd love to hear that.